Hey guys, it's your girl Sydney, aka FitSid, and I'm back. I'm back with a free page video. Okay, so just a little bit of insight. I want to kind of like give some insight, some perspective from someone who has a paid page first. I want to give you guys some insight going into this. So I am not going to steer you the wrong way with this. Everyone's experience is different, so let's just start with that. Your results might not be the same as mine, but right now, you guys, I am top 9% on my free page that I have put barely any actual work into, and I'm 0.1% on my paid page, okay? So I want to explain, I started without promoting this page. I did it the way that anyone else would. So like, just for reference, yes, I have experience on OnlyFans because I have a paid page. I didn't promote this one to my fans. I didn't tell anyone that was on my paid page that I had this. So just understand that like, I'm gonna explain to you literally how you would be doing it as someone who's new or as someone who doesn't have a following to use, okay? Let's get into this. So I'm just gonna kind of go to the app first. First things first, if you have a paid page and a free page, this is how I'm gonna talk about it because I think it's important to have both. I think having just a free page could be really beneficial to people that are starting out brand new, fresh, and they are just like trying to get followers. I'm gonna explain pros and cons to this page, go into how I did it, and just understand that there's background from it. So right now I have 2.3K fans on there. My current statement, I'm top 9%, and I've made 1,500. Through tips, I've made 163, subscriptions $0, posts 1,000, messages are about 300. So just for reference, like what I've made on there might not fully add up because I like rounded, but what I've made on there is literally like what I've made as someone who's not promoting to their own fans. So first thing I want to say, if you have a paid page and a free page, we're kind of going to go over those things because I think that it's really important. When you have a free page and a paid page, my paid page is my main source of income, as you know, and it's 0.1%. That's how I pay my bills. That's how I pay other people. That's literally how I invest in making videos like this. So like having a paid page for me is, I think, very beneficial. I think it's very, very beneficial in the long run for a lot of people, but I think a free page is amazing for a few reasons. Like for me personally, I'm making extra money on the hard work that I put in on my paid page and just transferring it over to my free. And you can do that too. So if you have a paid page, listen up. My paid page name is FitSid. Now you want to have something similar, but something that shows that it's free. So instead of doing free FitSid, because it's just like kind of tacky to me, I did XXX FitSid. So my free page is XXX FitSid, and then my paid page is FitSid, because that way they're not the same, but then you can differentiate the two. If you can make it say free in it, it would probably be better than the way that mine is. I just felt like free was really tacky because like free FitSid, I don't know, it just didn't flow for me personally. So make sure that you have the differentiation, but make sure they're very similar enough where people know that it's still you. Say you're starting out and you only have a free page. So now we're gonna kind of like go into just like the free page stuff. Keep in mind though, I have a paid page, so like I'll give some tips where I see fit when it comes to like the two together. When you're starting out and you're building that page, understand that you need to get people in the door. I started, and about 2 to 3 weeks ago, not even 3 weeks, I've had this free page. How have I had 2,300 people on this free page, you ask? You got to get people in the door. Because it's free, people will sub. And yeah, I've had about like 8,000, 5,000 people. I haven't checked recently, but like I've had like total of people that hit that sub button and then unsub. So you're gonna have a lot of people that are gonna go in and out, in and out. So here's my method. Here's what I think you need to do to really maximize your free page. Basically, my main welcome message is super simple. It's something that like gets people in the door. It's a free photo set. It's not nude. It's not anything that's like bad. And all you do is go to your settings. On your settings tab, you go to the third one in. The third one has a little message. That is your welcome message. That's my welcome message. You want to make sure that it is on. You want to make sure that it's active, and you want to make sure that it gives them something to like fall in love with you. Because I think the biggest thing is like, if you're constantly trying to sell people your stuff, they're not going to want to buy your shit, because they're gonna be like, okay, this girl doesn't care about me. I don't really like her. You wanna make them fall in love with you. So what I did with my welcome message, and I feel like this is what I've done on anything that I've ever done, and this is already starting to become successful, so I feel like it's a really good method. So basically your welcome message, the girl's referral code that I used to join my free page, because I didn't use mine, she does like a paid video for like $3. I personally think that's a good idea for some. But I think for me, it just doesn't work. It's not something that like people are gonna unlock. They're gonna feel like I'm constantly selling to them when I want to keep them long term. I want to get them in the door. I want to keep them to stay subbed. That way I can make more money off them long term. Basically, my welcome message is an intro to me. Welcome to Sid Sweethearts. I love gaming, making people laugh, and working on my health. I'm originally from Sweden and fluent Swedish. My family thinks I'm a nympho, and they're probably right. I f a lot. Ready to watch me suck, and explore my sexuality? If you think these pics are hot, unlock the other content. It gets wild, freaky, and fun. With that shares a decent amount about me. It makes them fall in love with you a little bit. It's something that like I think makes them fall in love with you. It makes them feel like you actually care. They don't really know it's a mass message. Like people who have OnlyFans are gonna catch on, but like the people that are new that are just finding you, they're gonna be like, wow, this girl really cares. She's not like the rest of them. So that's how you get them through the door. Take advantage of your bio. The see more info section, there's this option for a link. I put my other OnlyFans link there, I put my wish list there, and then I put my my bio copy and paste thing. That's on there. I go to my actual profile. So when you scroll down, you have the option to have up to 5 pinned posts. So what I prefer to do is the top one is like a sex tape that I really want to get people to buy, and that's my Sarah J one. The next one is an advertisement with my other paid one with like a video that looks cute and has 6 comments on it that are super great, so it's like awesome. And then there's even a question on here that says, wait, on your paid one, are the videos free? And that's something that you really want to capitalize on. Like tell them to go to your paid. Yeah, you want to make money off them off the free, but like you're gonna get dudes that are willing to just go straight to your paid and like stay there. So my paid page is like a all for one inclusive, so like some people it's not like that, but my next one is just a video where I'm trying to like show them how hot and sexy I am, you know? It's like a little solo. It all has to be safe for work. So what you need to realize is with a paid page you can post whatever you want because it's behind a paywall. A paywall is just where people have to pay to see whatever is there. A free page is not behind a paywall, so it has to be safe for work. So that's where it comes into the next thing. Once you do all those pin posts, everything that's not locked content has to be non-nude. Like it has to be covering, it has to be safe for work. It has to be something that like isn't gonna, it can be lingerie but like not nude, if that makes sense. So basically what you would do with that is you would just like take all that stuff and then move it behind a paywall on your free page. So like rather than just posting it on your page, you would make it locked. So basically for like videos for me that are like really amateur and like silly and just like my older stuff that like was just so new is like $5 to $10. Anything else is like 8 to 10. Photo sets are 3 to 5. And if there's 40 pictures in a photo set, I might make it 8. That's kind of how I make it work. So then the other thing is when you are trying to sell, you need to want to sell, okay? So what you want to do is you want to start posting content that they can actually see like once a day. Make one picture, like your thumbnails, your whatever's available to view, but don't make them new, don't give them too much. So personally for me, I have a hump day post. This post is like perfect for this page because it shows a little bit of booty cheek and it's like saying happy hump day, has 42 likes right now, 1 comment that says beautiful view. Then right before that, about 8 hours ago, I posted a full video for $5. Now what you're trying to do is get them to buy. So if you make everything kind of like less expensive, yeah, you need to make some stuff expensive. I totally get that. Know your worth. But like the shorter clips, like I said, I make for $5. So like those ones I just started charging $5. People seem to really like it. Then some of them I don't even have like engagement. Other ones I have super engagement. The other thing too is on my page we do shout out for shout out. So the way that I've grown, and this is kind of why I want to like get into this, is I did not have this happen overnight. The way that you get your original following is, I mean, in all honesty, buy promo. Spend money on a free page, another free page, okay? Don't go to a paid page. Buy promo from a free page. Look for someone on Telegram, look for someone on Twitter that has a free page. Reach out to them and say, hey, I just started mine. You don't have to say that actually. Literally just say, hey, I would love to buy promo from you. Buy promo from people, have solid promo, okay? My caption, I will make sure I include so you can have an example, but like the biggest thing I would say is like make sure that you have something that you're proud of, you know? Like make sure your caption is hot. Make sure it's something that you think people will like. So for mine, I literally say at XXXFitSid, which is my other account, I would say include your link in your ad. Is my freakiest BFF and her OnlyFans is free right now. Take advantage, go check her out. So you don't have to tell them it's always free. Like that page, you don't have to make it clear to them that it's always free. You just have to say it's free right now. It urges them to join and then usually you make sales. So like I didn't make a sale until like the third day. I made like 7 to 10 like sales, and I was in shock because suddenly it was like all these different usernames that bought like one thing, but it added up and it automatically had boosted me to like 20 or 30%, and like I was just so surprised that like I had people buying from me, and that was like so early on. Anything that you're gonna post, I have a swimsuit one that I just posted. That one had 78 likes, 1 comment. So like biggest thing I would say is like make sure that you post teasers, make sure that you post things that are like not showing it all too much, but then also make sure that you give them a taste and then take it away. Literally be like, oh, you can't see the rest, censor it, put emojis over, make it kind of like obnoxious. Don't oversell them. Like when you post that picture, just be like, I'm having a great day, but like cover it up, and then you can post it again to unlock without the emojis. So that's a way you can do it. The other way is like sending a mass DM. The other thing that you can do, which is how I set mine up, I make them have to tip to DM me. So they have to attach a tip to a DM, but you can only do that on free pages. So if your actual profile is free, you can do that. That way I don't get like a ton of messages and time wasters and stuff. And like I close my DMs on all my platforms because it is so important to me to get dudes to not waste my time, to pull through, and if they really want to talk to you, they're gonna sign up. And that I believe for all platforms, Instagram, Twitter. Don't answer them, tell them the only place they can talk to you is on there. The other thing, once you establish yourself, there are Telegram groups that you can join. Feel free to message me and get invited to some Telegram groups. One thing I need you to know, you might not qualify for all groups. I didn't qualify for when I first started. What you realize with free page is you can grow really quickly on there. Like you can literally go, which I didn't realize. I was like, oh, this is gonna take a long time to grow. I'm not gonna promote it to my fans. Like I wanna grow naturally. Do shout out for shout out. Okay, so link drops on free pages, I highly recommend. Link drops are so important because link drops are all free pages. You wanna make sure you're part of a free page link drop. They post 7 links, you take yourself out, so it's only 6 on your page, and they're all just there. The max you can have is 6, easy to click, draws the eye. It's a free page, so like they're paying for nothing to be there. So yeah, you're gonna get people to unsub, but that's how I grew, like hardcore grew. So make sure that you're one of the top 3 links. In my opinion, I think you should be top 3. So like when someone's doing a link drop, just fucking throw yourself in there. Literally just like try your hardest to get in there early. Like make sure that you have your like link typed out and you just hit send once the first link goes, because the first link is usually the person that's hosting it, so like they're guaranteeing that they're number 1. Then number 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 are just like whenever someone sends their link. So like I literally will sit there and I'll like hit it. So like link drops, free page shout out for shout out, and then buying free page promo. Those are the ways that I personally grew, and free page promo does not have to cost a lot. It can be literally $20, and I think that you can make your money back with those things as long as you know how to promote it properly. So the way that you make your money back, make sure that they have to pay you to DM you. I think that's such an important thing. Make sure that your content that you use for like shout out for shout out and promo is good. Make sure it's going to draw someone in. Make sure that it's safe for work. The next thing, make sure that you're still posting content that's not locked 24/7, because people are not going to want to be on a page when you're not posting anything. You do not have to post anything risky. You can literally post selfies, okay? And that's the thing that I don't think people understand is like, dudes get off to selfies, okay? I've had so many guys tell me when I made a premium Snapchat that they were so happy because they'd been off to my story, my normal Snapchat story, okay? So I know that they're fine as long as you're posting. So I would say all your old selfies, all your old videos, all your old naughty take that, utilize it on your free page. If you have a paid page, take all that content that you've ever made and literally start scheduling it. I am currently scheduled all the way till August, you guys, and that's for my free page, and that's all just old stuff, old content. Right now I have 185 posts, right? 578 photos and 107 videos. Think about how much content I've built up, but keep in mind, you can snippet things. You can literally make like mini clips and charge $3 rather than charging $15 for the full clip, which is kind of like how I did it, is I like made things a little smaller. I just kind of like split it up to part 1 and part 2 because I don't realize they're gonna pay $6. If you make one $3 and make the other $3 and then they want both, like part 1 and part 2, you're gonna make $6 off of that. So like think about in the long run, like, okay, that little extra work of just splitting up that clip might really help. Then you can send out mass DMs, and I think this is where it's awesome. So like I usually get $5 tips and $10 tips for them to just try and talk to me. Like this one guy just sent a $5 tip and said loved it, and then I said I'm so glad. And then what I do is when they tip to talk to me, like, yeah, I want them to want to like talk to me and like pay me, but because they're tipping, I want to send them something. And you don't have to do this is personally like my own preference, but in conversations like that I usually send them another picture, just because like I have so many pictures that like I feel like for me, it keeps them talking to me, it keeps them wanting more. So like this guy just tipped $5 and said, do you have any more girl videos to buy? So I said, yeah, I have tons. What do you like? All GG question mark? Stuff like that, where they're asking, oh, do you have any like, do you have any of this? Do you have any of that? And like those things really do help and they do matter. I highly recommend like making the most, ask them a question to keep them engaged. I feel like that's gonna have it where they message back and they probably tip $5. You make a little more money off them, but then you also like send a photo. So personally for me, what I like to do is just make money off them, but also make them feel appreciated. Because if you're constantly taking and taking, they're not gonna wanna keep giving. And I feel like it's a give and take in this. And then I got a $10 tip that says, I love your nipples, I can tip you all day, stroking to you right now. And stuff like that matters. Like you want them to like want to tip you, and this dude did it $10, so that's what I would recommend. And then you usually don't get that many DMs on here. Like I literally in like 3 days had like 6. So I think it's great because you're not gonna get overwhelmed with like stupid stuff that you don't want to per se answer. Like all of that was with money. So the next thing that I want to talk about is sending out a mass message and how you can get a better response. So for me personally, I like to be authentic. I feel like for me, like what fans really want out of OnlyFans on my pages at least is like someone that's real. I feel like I keep them a lot longer. So basically what you can do is you can always go to your mass message statistics and see who viewed it, who purchased it, and all of those things. So when I did a sex tape, I put my videographer sex tape. 24 people purchased it out of 1,699 people that it sent to, and only 915 people even viewed it, but 24 people like actually unlocked it. So you can always go look at those statistics. You can see what's up, what there is. And then I think the biggest thing is like sending out those, you want to make sure that like you don't just send out mass DMs that are locked. Send out some other ones, send out some pictures, make sure that they feel like you care. And I know it sounds silly, but like personally for me, I'm gonna hit send to all my fans, I'm gonna hit photo library, and I took some pictures today. So you know what I'm gonna do? I took a pic, okay, and I literally shaved my bush. I had the biggest bush and I shaved it off. I'm gonna put this picture up, and you guys get my free nudes, you know. Basically, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna lock it for literally $3 so they can see my, and I'm just gonna send it out like this. Now it's gonna take a hot minute to send out, but the thing is, then the next day, or even in 7 days from now, because depending on where your account's at, like I would probably wait 7 days to look, that's when you can see your progress. That's when you can see, okay, how many of these people that it sent to unlocked it, how many people even viewed it, like where are my statistics at? Is it a 50% like opening rate? Because right now my opening rate is about 55%, so like a little more than half open it, but like I want everyone to be opening. I want it to be something that people like. So like the shaving my thing, they're gonna flip. It's just something that like I know that they're gonna like. So just make sure that you find things that are gonna be like eye-catching. The other thing is you can always caption it with like, this is the hottest picture you'll ever see, spreading my or something, or my asshole, or like something like that, and then like charge $3 and be picture. And like that seems to be something that's been so helpful to me, and I feel like it could be to you as well. So the other thing too is like after I send that shave my thing, tomorrow morning when I wake up, I'm gonna probably send out another one that's more wholesome, or vice versa. That's kind of like my spiel on that. Now we're gonna get a lot more in depth on promo. So when it comes to promo for free pages, we're gonna get real deep in this because I want you guys to be making money. Okay, I want you to be making money, but I also want it to be where like you're actually getting the most out of it. So I believe that no matter if you're paying for promo, you're doing shout out for shout out, link drop is literally just dropping your link and like posting everyone's links. That's different. When you are posting shout out for shout out, you need content. So what I would do is I would pick like a really hot picture of you in lingerie. Pick like 1 to 3 pictures that are just so smoking hot of you that don't show your, you don't show your nipples. You can be in lingerie, you can be in leggings, you can be literally like whatever you see your fans like. Or if you don't have that, I'm not kidding you, this sounds terrible, but like what I do is I literally will text my guy friends and be like 1, 2, or 3, and then I have them like tell me what their favorite is. And it's crazy because it's so helpful. Like men are different than women. Like they like some different itty bitty bikinis, great. Getting more in depth into it, like 3 pictures, or you can do a sizzle reel video, or you can do a video where you're like selfie styling it. I'm so I can't show you this, but if you go to my page, I can show you a lot more. And do like a simple selfie one. A lot less work than making a sizzle reel, and I feel like it pulls like a decent amount. That's for when you're doing a page shout out. Then you need to make sure your caption has your link, your tag, and then something hot that's gonna get them going. You don't want to make it too long. I did long for a long time, and like, guys don't read. That's kind of what I've realized is like, I feel like the first sentence they read, and then after that it's like gone. So you just want to make sure that like the first sentence is hot. Use freaky, sexy, hot, girl next door, like keywords that describe you. For me, I usually do curvy. So like when you're making your caption, make it pop, make it 1 sentence, put your link, put your tag, and then that's 4 free pages. Then have the 3 pictures, the little selfie video, or a sizzle reel, just something, okay? Just something. Then do shout out for shout out with people. Try to find people that are in your range or a little above you so that then you can grow. Free pages, there's a lot of girls that have like a decent amount. The other thing too that you can do is you can swap mass DMs. For mass DMs, what I prefer to do and what I think is like the most beneficial is making a selfie video that's hot or a really sexy picture, okay? It still has to be safe for work. So like, try not to give them everything. You don't want to give them the cow. You just want them to want the milk. I don't know, that philosophy didn't go very well, but you want them to want more. So you want to make sure that it's worthwhile. You want to make sure that it's something that is going to make them want to click that free subscribe button. Like, it's not a lot of effort. They just have to hit subscribe. So just think about how you want to do that. I will have my examples for you, but make sure to reach out to people yourself. The only way that you will grow a free page, in my belief, without having to promote to your fans, is through promoting through other girls' pages and vice versa. Buying promo, make it worthwhile, and just make that shout out count. I'm gonna end the video here because my camera's gonna die and it's already a pretty long video, but I hope that this helped, and mwah!